Welcome to the Spring 2013 edition of Recreation Television, your connection to recreation opportunities provided by Roanoke County Parks. Well, spring is here and it's a great time to get outside and have fun in a Roanoke County Park. On today's show, we'll talk about new programs to keep you active when the weather's nice or even when it isn't. We're also creating new places for you to have fun. We're going to take a look at a new boardwalk trail in South County. And of course, summer's just around the corner. We'll talk about Splash Valley as we enter our 4th season of operation. And of course, Roanoke County is your summer camps headquarters with over 200 programs for you to choose from for ages 3 to 17. And that's how I'm kicking off my conversation with Parks, Recreation, and Tourism Director Doug Blunt. I'm joined now by Parks, Recreation, and Tourism Director Doug Blunt. And Doug, it's springtime again, and that's really one of the most heavily used times in our parks, isn't it?
It really is. Folks are getting out. It's great weather. It's people getting ready for summer. They're getting energized by the sun, the skies, wanting to get out and take advantage of the great outdoors here in the Roanoke Valley.
And of course, as the weather gets warmer, you start to think, well, what am I going to do with the kids this summer? And fortunately for folks at home, Roanoke County has over 200 different weeks of summer camp programs to choose from for ages 3 to 17. Can you talk a little bit about what our mission is in regards to youth enrichment during the summer?
Well, during the summer, we really feel that we are the summer camp headquarters of Roanoke County. And we've got a wide variety of summer camps for all interests and abilities, age groups, anything from sports to arts and crafts to even down to the latest pop culture for kids. Lots of neat opportunities for young folks to keep them busy throughout the summer, to keep them engaged, to keep them active and fit.
And we've really got a good mix of programs, not only the themed programs like a pirate camp or an arts and crafts camp, but also the, I guess I would term them daycare style programs or enrichment programs for working parents. Can you talk a little bit about the importance of that?
Well, what we try to do is we try to create flexibility for the parents. If they need a half-a-day program, we offer those half-day type programs. If they need all-day care for their work schedule, then we have those to meet their needs. We're also very flexible, being able to allow folks to pick and choose the schedules that fit theirs the best, and with having several convenient locations throughout the county, we think we provide a great deal of flexibility for our working parents.
And of course, when everyone thinks of parks, recreation, they think of athletics. We have a lot of athletic sports-related camps this summer as well.
We do. We've got some really neat opportunities. We've got Salem Red Sox 5-day, half-day camp program that we'll be offering for kids that aren't available for 5 days in a row of half-day. We also have a 1-day, 3-hour camp with the Salem Red Sox. It's a neat opportunity for kids to be able to be exposed to some of the semi-pro players, but also being able to pick up some new skills along the way. This summer we're also offering girls softball, boys baseball. We have basketball camp, lacrosse camp. I mean, you pick the sport, we offer a camp that's in it that, once again, that it meets the needs of a lot of our working families with half-day programs, full-day programs. And
not only that, it's if you have a child that's going to participate in sports when they get back to school in the fall, it's really a great thing to help them in their physical fitness and training.
Absolutely. It's another opportunity for them to get out, to have outdoor playtime, to be able to practice skills, learn sportsmanship, but at the same time being well while they're doing it.
And finally, many of the themed programs that we talked about, the arts and crafts type of programs occurring at Green Ridge, you can combine into a full-day program as well.
Absolutely. And what you're able to do is you can pick and choose and kind of create your own agenda for what you want your child to be able to participate in, to where you can break up the day of having a morning of a particular curriculum, then being able to go into a more of a traditional camp in the afternoon, or vice versa. And that way, it allows the kids to be able to get your traditional staples of summer camp, of the arts, crafts, general activities and groups, but then also being able to have some type of specialized program as a part of their day.
So there's certainly plenty to choose from, and if you want to see our complete lineup, go to RoanokeCountyParks.com, click on the link at the left for summer camps. Well, Doug, thank you very much.
Thanks, Scott.
As you can see, there's a lot going on in your Roanoke County Parks. Find out more about summer camps and all of our other programs online at RoanokeCountyParks.com. Now, Doug talked about the importance of getting outside, and Roanoke County is making every effort to provide spaces to walk, bike, run, exercise, and just enjoy life. One example is a project that I'm standing on right now, a new boardwalk trail connecting the South County Library to a park. I'm joined by Lon Williams, landscape architect with Roanoke County Parks, Recreation, and Tourism, and he's the one responsible for helping put this project together on the Roanoke County end. Lon, tell us about the history of the Wetland Trail.
We started the project approximately 4 years ago. We thought about it as the library was being built. Actually, we had envisioned this site for a park site several years ago, and we had always thought about the idea of having a trail through the wetland to interpret the wetland values and to give kids and other park users an opportunity to see a wetland firsthand, so to speak. It's taken several years to get environmental permits squared away that we need and plan approvals and such, but we've recently started work on the wetland trail, and we envision to have it completed within probably the next 6 to 8 weeks.
Fantastic, and we're out there getting a preview of it right now. Really a great trail, and you can get a lot closer to nature than you ever could looking from the road. Now, tell us a little bit about, you were telling me earlier that there's very little environmental disturbance done, and what disturbance is done to construct the trail is actually being offset. Can you talk about that?
That's very true. The Bridge Builders is the consultant, the contractor on the trail. They are a nationally known firm that works especially well in environmentally sensitive areas with timber construction.
Right.
As you can see behind me, this is all wood construction, and they work from what's called the top down. In other words, their machinery works from the deck down to put in post and to build the deck out as they go, rather than having the machinery down in the wetland itself. So from that standpoint, that is probably about the most environmentally sensitive way to do something like this.
So I was looking at some pictures of the thing being constructed, and of course the machines didn't even touch the wetland at all, so so not much damage there.
Absolutely.
What do you know about this area and how unique it really is in the county?
Well, I know there was once a stock car racetrack nearby. And certainly I think one of the unique things is the location of all these different county facilities, and we're trying to link those together via this wetland trail and the upland trail. But I think the wetland itself is a unique feature. There are really not many wetland areas in Roanoke County, and this is one of the few that we do have, and I think it is a very important wetland. The environmental regulators feel the same way. And I think we have a real good opportunity here to educate the public, school kids, park users, visitors on the value of wetlands in general.
And as you mentioned, this trail really completes the picture here with Penn Forest Elementary, with the library, with Starkey Park, and all of the recreation amenities, ties them all together and really makes it a complete site here. And we thank you for all your efforts. Be sure to come out and check it out once the trail is complete. Look for information about that on our website at RoanokeCountyParks.com. Now you can take an iPad class at the library, walk to a park, and use your newfound skills. More on that later in the show. Now, the wetland trail you see behind me is not only a great place to walk, but a great place to learn. Students from the nearby Penn Forest Elementary School will be able to learn about diverse wildlife in this area and get closer than ever before. And of course, environmental education is something the staff at Camp Roanoke know a lot about. No one knows more about environmental education and good outdoor stewardship than our friends at Camp Roanoke, and I'm joined by Aaron O'Donnell and Greg Martin, both from Camp Roanoke. We have some interesting programs planned this spring. We're really branching out more than ever before with our environmental education programs. Can you talk about some of those?
Yeah, we're actually doing a composting program that'll be held at the Green Ridge. So that's a new addition. Everybody will leave with a bucket full of worms.
Okay, worms included in your fee. But can you tell me a little more about that? What exactly is composting?
Composting is basically just reusing your food scraps in a useful manner, so you can actually add it to your garden. It'll help improve the soil quality.
And if you do it right, you can then reuse that soil again.
Yep.
Okay, what else do you have on tap?
We also are offering a Wind and Sun Energy Fun program, and that's going to be kids trying out creating wind and solar energy. So we actually have mini turbines and mini solar cars that they'll be playing with.
And that's for what ages?
That is for actually all ages. It's families, so parents can come out with their children. And I think it's from 6 plus.
Okay, anything else?
We also have a Spring Break Nature Explorers program. So that program is for ages 8 through 12. And that is just being outside during their spring break, April 2nd through 4th. And we will just be exploring Camp Roanoke as well as local Dixie Caverns. Okay, and speaking of Camp Roanoke, of course, summer's just around the corner, as we've been talking about the whole show. Greg, what is new at Camp Roanoke this summer?
We're still providing service for kindergartners through seniors in high school. We've got a great new arts and crafts lineup all summer long this year. We're expanding our Pioneer program, so again, like Aaron touched on with the environmental education, we're looking at some great new components for that this year.
You talk about Pioneer a little more. What age group is that for?
Pioneer is for 5th and 6th graders, for rising 5th and 6th graders, and that's based out of Camp Roanoke. They do all the traditional camp activities with also a real emphasis on environmental education.
Okay. And then as you get older, you get to go on more outdoor adventure type of trips. What are the older groups and what trips do they go on?
We're actually offering two what we call our Trek programs. Two of those are going to the New River Gorge this year for rock climbing and whitewater paddling, both the lower and the upper. And we also have a new trek this year that is going to the Virginia Beach area for sea kayaking, surfing, spending the night on the beach. Should be a lot of fun.
Now, Camp Roanoke's enrolling right now. You can visit camproanoke.com for more information about that. But it's really not too far away, 15 to 20 minutes. It's off of exit 132 off of I-81. And if you want to learn more about it, a great time to do it would be on April 27th, right, Craig?
That's correct. We'll be having an open house then from 10 until 3 o'clock. So come on out for a burger and a dog and a tour. Maybe take a lap on the climbing tower, get to know the staff. And also in April and May, don't forget, we're also offering spring rock climbing trips, whitewater kayaking trips, so a full gamut of outdoor adventure also.
So find out all about that on our website, RoanokeCountyParks.com, spring classes, and of course registration for Camp Roanoke. Thanks, guys. And of course, we hope to see you all out at the free open house event on Saturday, April 27th. Now, Camp Roanoke is just one of many youth activities we have planned this summer. Roanoke County offers full-day camps at Green Ridge Recreation Center and Penn Forest Elementary School. We also offer half-day themed programs at locations around the valley, including programs like arts and crafts, sports, travel, and much more. You can always pick up a copy of our summer camp guide at any recreation center or public library to find out more. And speaking of summer activities, Splash Valley is open for its 4th season, and there's a lot going on. Well, it certainly feels like summer here indoors at Green Ridge Recreation Center's indoor pool. But right behind us is Splash Valley Water Park, and we're set to open up on Friday, May 24th. Here to tell us about it is Jim Mosier. Jim, welcome to the show.
Hi, thanks, Scott.
All right, well, what's new? This is our 4th season of operation, and people keep coming back. Why do you think they keep coming back to Splash Valley Water Park?
Well, I think it has to do with the fact that we're great family entertainment. We're very affordable. You can bring your whole family for the day, and where else can you go for the price that we offer? And the price is only between $5 and $9, depending on your age and residency. And new this year, we have a special event on every Wednesday this summer where you can come for $5. Tell us about it. $5 Wednesdays is going to be a great time. And irregardless of when you come, your admission price is going to be $5. So bring the whole family and come try us out. So Wednesdays are a good day to come. We are also adding other themed days throughout the summer on Mondays. What's on Mondays? On Mondays, we have Munchie Mondays. We're planning on having snacks for everyone, just free of charge. Come out and try the snacks out. We're looking for some popcorn and some other type of snacks like that for everyone to share for free. So Munchie Mondays, $5 Wednesdays, and on select Fridays during the summer, we're amping up the fun even more with some special events. What do we know about those so far, Jim? Well, Funtastic Fridays is going to be a lot of great fun, as the word says, Funtastic. We're bringing out, we're going to have a Cowboy Day in May. So there'll be a lot of cowboy themed events, and we'll dress up, and we encourage everyone to bring their cowboy gear out and wear it. We plan on having some line dancing and some activities on the land as well as in the water. So I'll be sure to wear my cowboy themed swimsuit to Splash Valley that day. If you have one, that's great. Some people do. Bring a cowboy hat with you. And then we also have some music events that are planned on certain Fridays during the summer as well. Some of those still being put on the calendar, but you can find out all about them at SplashValleyWaterPark.com. And of course, Splash Valley wouldn't be complete without the water slides. For those of you who haven't been to Splash Valley, can you just sum it up in a few sentences? What do we have here? Well, we have a spray ground area for young kids. You can bring your baby in. You can bring toddlers up through preschoolers. They kind of hang out in the spray ground. We have a zero depth entry, so we're very accessible to anybody who would want to come. We also have a river, and we have two awesome water slides, one being our famous bull slide, and then we have a twister slide as well.
And that bowl slide's a lot of fun. Just sends you down, spins you around and around like a toilet bowl, lets you out the bottom.
That's right,
So
Scott.
lots to do at Splash Valley this summer. Again, May 24th is our opening day. That's the Friday before Memorial Day. And find out more about everything to do with Splash Valley at splashvalleywaterpark.com. We hope to see you all out at Splash Valley this summer to enjoy the great new activities and programs this year. Now, also at Green Ridge Recreation Center, if you haven't been to the Wellness Center behind me, you might want to check it out this spring. We've got over 33 new pieces of equipment that are coming with great interactive features. You can actually plug in an iPod or iPad to the fitness equipment when you exercise, so it can be a personalized experience. Come check that out. It should be coming sometime in April. Now, earlier today I spoke with Julie Morris, who's the Wellness Center manager here, about upcoming family programs. We're here at Green Ridge Recreation Center where I'm joined by Julie Morris, and she's the wellness manager here. Now, we have a lot of wellness classes, of course, at Green Ridge, a lot of group exercise type of programs, but most of them involve adults only, or then we have some kids only classes. What if you want to do something with your family together?
Well, this spring, starting on April 6th, we're actually going to be starting a family couch to 5K program.
Oh, really?
Which is a little
Okay.
different, yeah. So it'll actually, what it'll do is actually will help those who are just beginning runners, just starting to run, or don't consider themselves good runners. They can actually do our Couch 5K program, and it's a progressive program where they actually, at the end, will be running a 5K or a 3.2-mile run.
Now, so you
hosted
can,
by us.
it's an activity you can do with your kids.
Yes.
How early can you start getting them running?
They can actually, the kids can actually run with their parents at 6 years old, and if they have kids who are younger, they can actually push them in a stroller or a jogging stroller. So it can be the whole family. Like, so they have a, you know, a mother or father and a 6-year-old, and then they have a 3-year-old. They can push the 3-year-old in a stroller, and the 6-year-old can run with them. So it'll be fun.
Now, Roanoke County's offered a Couch to 5K class before, and it's been very popular.
Yes.
But we've never done one where you can involve the family. What do you do to
Exactly.
modify the program to make it different for kids' participation as well?
It's actually going to be very progressive. So each week we actually increase the mileage very little. So it's actually can be modified very easily. So we just start a little. We can do, well, the first class will actually be doing some assessments to see kind of where people are, and then we can base the program on their current fitness level. So that's usually how we do it. We start with the walk, and then run a little bit, and then walk a little bit, and then go back and forth, and we gradually increase the running and decrease the walking.
So a combination of running and walking,
Yes.
working your way up to this race. Now,
Yes.
this is our first Green Ridge hosted race. Tell us
Yes.
about that.
We're actually going to be hosting in June, the beginning of June, we're actually going to be hosting our own 5K program. It's also going to be, we also are going to be offering a 10K program, and so it'll be a 5K and a 10K that day.
Okay, now before we leave, I wanted to get the little piece of advice. I'm new to the running scene,
Yes.
and everyone always tells me when I finish running, I should
Yes.
warm up my muscles a little more. And why do you do that, and how do you do that?
Well, we're actually going to be, we recommend as soon as someone finishes running or any type of cardiovascular exercise that they actually stretch at the end. We're going to cool down, and meaning that we just bring the body down gradually, and then we actually do some stretches. So, and that way we can actually help loosen up those muscles and those joints that we just worked, and try to, you know, prevent injury. So,
Okay, so you could actually get hurt if you don't do the proper warm down.
Yeah, it really does help to do the stretching. It
Show
makes
us
you
one
feel
of the
better, keeps you from being
stretches.
so tight.
Well, what might you do?
Some of the main things that we, one of the main areas that gets tight when you run is your hamstrings in the back of your legs. So, and that's actually, so a good stretch to do that. Typically we would do this either, you can do it standing, lying down, or setting. So to do it standing, you actually would just bring one foot out and then lean forward, and then you'll feel a stretch go up the back of your leg.
Okay.
And so that's a great way to try to, it's a very easy stretch just to lengthen the muscle out in the back of the leg.
A little bit of advice, and you can learn more in the actual class, Family Couch to 5K. Find out more about it at RoanokeCountyParks.com. Couch to 5K is just one of the many exercise programs you can find here at Green Ridge Recreation Center. If you want to know more about all of the exercise programs we offer, take a look in Recreation Family Fun Guide. This is our spring edition that you can find at Green Ridge Recreation Center or at Brambleton Center. Now, speaking of Brambleton Center, you may already know that Brambleton is home to fantastic arts programs and home to a pottery studio with 13 studio wheels. But you may not know we have a fantastic stone artwork class this spring. I'm joined by Gail Gear, and we're really excited to have a new class here at the Brambleton Center called Stone Sculpting. First of all, I'm looking at these beautiful pieces of work, and the first thing I thought was, how could I possibly make something like this myself? I don't have an artistic bone in my body.
Well, first of all, I've been doing this for 25 years, and you don't need an artistic bone. You just have to have an idea of what you want to make. And you take a stone like this. This is 5.5 pounds of Canadian soapstone. It's soft, and you use a saw, and you cut away a lot of the stone to get a defined figure. I make mostly bears, and you can make them in any size. This is a tiny cub, and this is a wild boar. I went to Italy, and I saw the wild boars, and I decided I'd make one. And angels seem to be very popular, especially as you get older. You got to have an angel on your side. So, but you can make anything out of this rock. It's soft enough that you can cut it, and it's hard enough to get a definition of detail. So you can get faces, you can get fingers, you can get different things.
Now you say soft rock, and I find that hard to believe when I pick up this piece here. Can you demonstrate that, how hard it is or how easy it is to make this material move?
Well, the hardness factor is 0 to 10.
Looks like you're grating cheese.
Yes. This is a 3/4 inch half round rasp. It cuts very easily. It makes a lot of dust.
Okay.
You wouldn't wear your best clothes to this class because it's very dusty, and you want all the dust to go onto the towel that you're going to have underneath. All of this equipment that you see here is furnished by me.
Okay.
You'll have a mask, you'll have the rasps, everything. But you can shape this really easily. It's a 3 on the hardness scale of 10.
So then you were telling me after you shaping it is only half of the process. The other half is using sandpaper.
Oh yes. We have all the sandpaper from 50 grit, which is very rough, to 600 grit, which is it doesn't feel like sandpaper at all. 50 grit, really, you can see the grit on the sandpaper. And on the 60, it looks just like paper painted. So you go from dry 50 to take off the surface. I can take off the marks, see? They go right away with a 50 grit sandpaper. So therefore, it's smooth again.
And the amazing part is, you would think that you use some sort of fancy tools to polish this up really nicely, but this is all done by hand.
All done by hand. In the winter, I never go outside because the weather isn't conducive. So everything here is done completely with these tools. And you can do, in 6 weeks, you can have a completed sculpture. Nice size, that's about 10 pounds.
Fantastic.
Or you can make tiny little bits and hearts and jewelry.
Yeah. A lot of possibilities. It's all up to your imagination. And if you want to find out more about this class, you can find out online at RoanokeCountyParks.com. Gail, thank you.
Thank you.
What a great way to show off your artistic side with programs like Stone Sculpture from Roanoke County Parks. Not into the arts? We've got programs to stimulate your cerebral side as well. For the past 6 months, we've partnered with the South County Library to bring you high-quality technology instruction at an affordable price. And this spring, we've added even more programs due to popular demand, like these classes on using a computer tablet. We're here in the computer lab at the South County Library, and I'm joined by David Webb. He's head reference librarian for the division. And David, we've had some great success with computer classes, haven't we?
We sure have, yeah.
A lot of that success may be due to this beautiful computer lab?
I think
talk about the lab a little bit.
Well, we have 18 workstations with they're packed with software. We have a nice teaching console in the back and a touch screen at the front of the class that aids us in our instructions here with a projector and a sound system. And
so if you browse our program guide, we have a whole wide variety of computer classes, and we're offering more every session. One of our most popular classes, though, actually has to do with the device you bring on your own. I'm holding here a Kindle Fire HD, actually, and you have?
I have the iPad.
And we have 2 different classes, depending on which one you own. Last time we just did the iPad, and that was a class full to the brim. Can you tell us, if someone maybe that doesn't have one of these devices yet, what is the difference between the 2?
Well, the iPad is sort of a full-featured tablet. It's still not exactly a laptop replacement, but it does a whole lot of what a laptop would do. The Kindle comes really close. It's an Android tablet, so it has a lot of programs, but it's also tied into Amazon, so you can download ebooks and a lot of other media content from Amazon.
Any advantages, disadvantages to each?
Depending on which models you get, they have different processing speeds, different sizes, screen resolutions, but there's getting to be, less and less difference between the two, the two devices, really.
So really your preference. Now talk about the classes, for instance, the iPad class. What are you going to learn how to do in the introductory class that we offer?
In the introductory class, we kind of cover the basics of the hardware, what are all these buttons, how does it, how does it work? Where do you get content? How do you get it on there? And some specifics on how to use some of those apps, and some of the settings, and also how to access their library services.
Oh, great. And new this spring, there's a second class if you want to learn more about more than just the basics. Talk about that.
And we're going to cover more apps, more of the apps people are asking about. We're going to cover settings in more detail and talk a little bit about iCloud and how to back up and protect your device, and some more details on how to set up your email.
So for the iPad, there's the basic class and the advanced class. We have a Kindle class. We're also offering a few more computer programs. Can you briefly go over those?
We're going to be covering some Microsoft products like Excel. We're going to cover PowerPoint, and we're also going to cover some social media stuff like Facebook. So all affordable, and you get to take advantage of this great facility. Well, David, thank you very much, and come on and sign up at RoanokeCountyParks.com. The 18-computer lab at the library is one of the best in the Valley, and what better place to learn? Of course, just a few steps from the South County Library is this beautiful new boardwalk trail currently under construction. It's just the newest piece in a growing inventory of trails and greenways throughout the Roanoke Valley. Don't know where all the trails are? Here's a good way to find out. Take part in the 5th annual Amazing County Treasure Hunt on May 11th. Just one of 2 new special events you'll hear about right now. I'm joined now by Wendy Schultz. She's the Special Events Director for Roanoke County Parks, Recreation and Tourism. And we've got several great events this spring that she wants to tell you about. First, the Arts and Entertainment Conference. What is that?
The Arts and Entertainment Conference is going to be an incredible 2 days. Not only will you have fabulous social activities where you can interact with guest stars, but we're also having on Saturday, the event, by the way, is April 12th and 13th. On Saturday, April 13th, we are having over 25 different workshops by entertainment professionals at Arnold R. Burton. It's going to be an amazing day. We're also going to have autograph signings. We're going to have film screenings. As I mentioned before, the social activities on Friday night. We're going to have an opening night reception, which is going to be at the Holiday Inn Valley View. Then we're also on Saturday night going to have a closing night gala, which will be absolutely fabulous. This is really something new that folks can come out and enjoy. It's geared to students, folks that are just simply interested in entertainment industry, or for those that are serious about the entertainment industry.
All about film. You can find out more at RoanokeCountyParks.com or sign up for the Friday night event only, or the full workshop, or the full Saturday event, or just the workshop portion.
Absolutely, absolutely.
Okay, now another date to mark your calendars for is May 11th. Tell us about what's going on then.
This is our 5th annual, completely different event, 5th annual geocaching event, where you can come, be outside, GPS units, and you'll be looking for hidden treasures on the greenways. This year we're going to emphasize Roanoke County greenways.
And we've seen some greenways, new trails and spaces on the show. Maybe that's going to be one of the places that you'll go on this GPS journey. Now, for folks who are not familiar with geocaching, say in a couple sentences what exactly that is.
Well, that's actually where you locate hidden treasures using longitude and latitude. If you don't have your own GPS, a lot of folks have them in their cars, but these are handheld global positioning systems, and we will have some for folks to borrow for the event. It's a free event. It's Saturday, May 11th. We take off from Green Ridge at 11 o'clock, and we end up back here at 3 for prizes for whoever has found the most hidden treasures.
So May 11th, meeting right here at Green Ridge Recreation Center. You could show up, or we recommend you register in advance by calling 777-6326 or going online to RoanokeCountyParks.com. Thanks, Wendy.
Thank you, Scott.
Well, today's show has been all about fun, from arts and crafts to summer camps to special events and nature trails like the one I'm standing on right now, right behind the South County Library. And don't forget to check out Splash Valley Water Park, opening up on Friday, May 24th for a 4th season of fun. We have 2 3.5-story water slides, a current river, spray ground, and much more. It'll get you wet to beat the summer heat. Find out more about anything you've seen on today's show online at RoanokeCountyParks.com, or give us a call at 772-PLAY. That's 772-7529. And of course, you can watch us right here on RVTV 3 times a week. Until next time, see you in the parks.